let's talk about Dragula. Hello, lovely people. My name is Jared and welcome back to my channel. We are going to be talking about Dragula Titans today. I am so excited for this season of Dragula. So this is like the All-Stars version of Dragula, but probably they didn't call it that to avoid any litigation with Drag Race because RuPaul will get her bag no matter what she's got to do for it. This cast is fantastic. So first off, I want to start off by saying I am not going to be critiquing anybody's drag because obviously I'm not sitting here in drag today just because I don't think that's super productive. That's not my job, that's the Boulets. I will have preferences of what I thought was maybe stronger in performance or look. I also want to preface that Kendra Onyx is my drag sister and I am a little bit biased towards her. I'll try to be as unbiased as possible with her. Let's talk about the cold open because the Boulets looked so stunning. The Boulets always look good, but starting off the season with that cold open it just set the stage for what we're about to see. All of the monsters come into the workroom. We have a really good assortment of personalities and looks and performers from across the various seasons that we've seen so far. Some that have just gotten off tour like Hoso, some that we haven't seen in a very long time like Melissa. I'm really excited to see how this season shakes out. And there are going to be so many twists and turns. So the very first mini challenge is that they are to bob for apples in a tub of blood and gross, disgusting crap. I had to look away because it was so vile, and seeing them throw up on top of it, it was the filthiest way to open up this season. I think it was good. I don't know. The shadiest part was production after the fact, coming in with a letter after everybody's roles had been assigned and being like, oh, actually Melissa won that, not you. There's some slight storytelling happening here. I want to say that there's a slight bit of production happening here. They might be capitalizing a little bit off storylines here. It's a Titan season. So it's to be expected that there's gonna be a little bit more storyboarding happening. I think some of the cast were brought in for a specific reason because they had beef with each other, they had romance with each other, and the Boulets kind of mentioned that not only would their drag and performances be evaluated for who gets the crown, but also they kind of mentioned something about their growth as people in the competition. And during the critiques, they made a specific comment about Kendra making peace with Victoria. So I do feel like some of the drama is going to play in. Maybe the Boulets recognize that these performers are coming in with an agenda to show off a personality or do a TV type thing. And they're like, well, if they're going to do it anyway, we might as well drive the narrative in a direction that we want it to go. Because the Boulets have done nothing but promote positivity as they move forward with drag horror filth glamour in their Dragula contestants. They give them harsh critiques sometimes, they encourage them to grow, but they're always with the intention of making sure they become better, stronger performers, not to facilitate drama or messiness like another drag competition reality show that's on television. And so it's interesting when these performers come in and they've got an idea in their head, an agenda, if you will, of I'm gonna be that girl, I'm gonna be mean, I'm gonna be messy, I'm gonna propel my way to the top because that's how they do it on the other show. But the Boulets have never really rewarded that type of behavior, so it's always baffling to me when they do it. So I do wonder if they might be like, all right, let's try to squash some of this because we don't want to perpetuate this. As queer people, we're already so vile to each other, and we should be straying away from that and uplifting each other as community members. And I think that's what the Boulets are ultimately trying to do. So the first challenge is a design challenge and also a performance challenge. So there are groups that are splintered off. Each group has to perform a certain thing in the Halloween house party. And the group pairings were very interesting. I feel like there may have been more shade from Melissa than she lets on. And the guest judge this week was Elvira. So in the challenge, this is my ranking. This is just my personal preference of who I thought looked the best from the weakest to the top. At number 10 being Erica, number 9 being Coco, Kendra, Abora, Melissa, Hoso, Yovska, Victoria, Eva, and Astrid being my number one look. I want to point out specifically how obsessed I was of Eva walking around the cauldron and the main stage. She was so frilly with her dress and holding on to it like she was this 40s starlet. She was so fabulous looking, and she knew she looked good. That beat was incredible. And just the way that Eva was walking around made me love it even more. The mug was the selling point. And Astrid's look was next level. This is what I'm expecting from a Titans level Dragula look. And as far as the performances, this is my breakdown of how I felt everybody performed. Abora being the one that I liked the least. Yovska, Coco, Erica, Melissa, Kendra, Hoso, Astrid, Eva, and my top performance being Victoria. Victoria's performance was incredible. Doing the wig reveal into a pumpkin carving reveal with all of the goop and the gunk, it looked like a real pumpkin was being pulled apart, and I think that's what really sold it for me. Victoria's a great performer. We saw that in Resurrection. We know that Victoria can sell us something easily and marvelously. And the look was good. It was very strong. I loved the silhouette, but it was the performance that really pushed it over the edge. So Victoria was my personal number one. And Eva was so into that lip sync and sold everything about it. I bought it. I really thought that the she-devil was sitting there at a Halloween party and just living their ultimate fantasy. It was perfection. As far as all the drama, it is knee deep right now with all of the stuff that is happening in the room and in the cauldron. I normally don't turn up to drama, but I'm kind of eating it up. Like, I am fully just munching on popcorn the entire time watching it all break down. So the top performers this week are Eva, Victoria, and Astrid. And our bottoms are Coco, Erica, and Abora. I agree with the tops and the bottoms. I thought they were very fair. Personally, I don't know if Erica was bad enough to be bottom 2. Like the Boulay said, she really did carry the number. Had it just been her on her own, she probably could have been safe. I could watch Coco try to pick up that pen and write for a good half hour and laugh the entire time, because baby, that was the biggest form of camp that I have ever seen on a televised television show in my entire life. So the twist, the jaw-dropping twist of this episode is that there's going to be a secret vote for who the bottoms are, and they can vote anybody. I'd be kind of gagged to find out if someone voted for one of the tops. Like, maybe someone thought, I can get competition out of here. Let me go and vote for Eva. I would be gagged. Do I think that happened? I don't think so. I don't know if they're willing to make enemies right now. It's too early for that, but it'd be so sickening. The bottom ultimately is Abora and Erica, and Abora does go home. I think this was the right decision. I think the Boulets were fair, and I think they evaluated the situation correctly. I don't know if Abora was completely in the game mentally. I don't know if they had a full vision for what they were doing. Do I think that Abora's got some really bombastic personality? Yeah, I think Abora's really absurd. And I think that what they bring to the competition is a level of absurdity and camp that the Boulets appreciate. Was it focused? No. And I think that's what the problem was. And I do think that Erica has a lot to show. I think that Erica has shown continuously that she's got the right stuff. It's just gonna be a matter of if Erica can show that she can put all those pieces together. Right now, I am personally Team Eva and Team Victoria. I think others will start to emerge, but those are the two that I'm watching right now. I think there's something different about Eva this time around. There's something that makes her feel more in the game. She feels like she's paying attention, she's listening. And I didn't see that on her original season. Who are you rooting for? Do you agree with the bottom? And I will be doing this weekly. So I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.